What if I told you that one of the most trusted products in your kitchen is, in many cases, not what the label promises? When you spend your hard-earned money on a bottle labeled extra virgin olive oil, you do it because you're trying to make a smarter decision. You reach for avocado oil because you want the highest quality fats for your family. But published testing reveals a clear gap between the quality you're promised on the label and what's actually in the bottle. A landmark study from the University of California, Davis, found that up to 70% of imported extra virgin olive oils tested failed to meet official quality standards. Even more concerning, a follow-up study found that a staggering 82% of avocado oil samples were either rancid before their expiration date or blended with cheaper oils like soybean or safflower oil. You think you are buying liquid gold, but in reality, you might be consuming oxidized oils, fats that are far less stable and beneficial than you would expect. Today, we are uncovering the truth. I will show you how to identify genuinely high-quality oils in your kitchen, and how to navigate the common labeling traps in the oil aisle. Welcome back. I am George, and today we are cutting through the marketing noise to talk about your biological foundation. To understand why quality issues in the food industry matter, we need to look at your brain. The human brain is effectively the fattiest organ in your body. It is composed of nearly 60% fat. That is why the types of fats you consume can play an important role in cognitive function, hormone regulation, and daily energy levels. In a world dominated by ultra-processed foods, there are 3 specific fats that consistently stand out in nutrition research. For simplicity, we call them the holy trinity of fats: extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and ghee, a traditional form of clarified butter. When these fats are pure and high quality, they support how your body is designed to function. But when they are fake or rancid, they do exactly the opposite. In this deep dive, we will audit each one. I will walk you through a simple checklist that helps quickly assess oil quality in the store, explain the science behind how these fats support normal bodily processes, and show you exactly what to look for on the label. Let us start with the most famous, and one of the most frequently counterfeited fats: the king of the Mediterranean. Extra virgin olive oil is widely considered one of the most beneficial foods for human health. It is the foundation of the Mediterranean lifestyle, which scientists have studied for decades to unlock the secrets of a long life. The most exciting discovery is how this oil affects your brain. Olive oil contains a unique compound called oleocanthal. Studies in ACS chemical neuroscience show that, under laboratory conditions, oleocanthal can influence inflammatory processes and the behavior of certain proteins linked to brain function. In simple terms, high-quality olive oil can be part of an eating pattern that supports long-term brain health. Because this oil is so valuable, it is one of the most commonly counterfeited foods in the world. And if you want what the label promises, you have to be confident you are buying the real thing. Here is a quick checklist you can use right in the store to reduce the risk of choosing a lower quality oil. Step number 1. Beware of the Italian trap. Many people buy a bottle just because it has an Italian flag. This is a mistake. If the label says packed in Italy or bottled in Italy, it is usually a blend of low-quality oils from multiple countries. The University of California, Davis found that many of these imported blends failed to meet quality standards. Look for a label that says product of one specific country, like Greece, Italy, or Spain. Even better, look for single estate oil. This means the olives were grown and pressed on the same farm. Step number 2. Check the harvest date. Olive oil is a fresh fruit juice, not a wine. It does not get better with age. Most bottles only show a best buy date, which tells you nothing. You want a harvest date within the last 12 to 18 months. If the oil is older than that, its protective antioxidants have already begun to disappear. Step number 3. Look for the bottle, not the oil. Light and heat are enemies of quality. Clear glass and plastic bottles allow light to pass through, accelerating oil breakdown. That is why higher quality extra virgin olive oil is typically packaged in dark glass or tins to slow oxidation. Now, let us talk about specific brands. You might think that a higher price always means better quality, but that is not always true. Interestingly, consumer testing, conducted by organizations such as the National Consumers League, has found that some store-brand olive oils, including Kirkland Signature, have performed well in specific purity tests. It is a reminder that price and branding alone do not guarantee quality. When a bottle is labeled organic, it means the olives were grown without synthetic pesticides or fertilizers. While this is great for the environment, remember that organic does not always guarantee it is extra virgin. You must still check the harvest date and the bottle color. In the same independent tests, positive results were also seen among oils with clearly stated origins, including 100% California lines from California Olive Ranch, as well as Lucini Everyday. These examples reinforce that real quality comes down to standards and verification, not marketing. To be absolutely certain of the quality, look for seals from independent organizations. Certification from organizations such as the California Olive Oil Council and the Extra Virgin Alliance is based on independent laboratory testing rather than marketing claims. These groups evaluate oils against chemical and sensory standards for freshness and authenticity. Finally, perform the sensory test at home. Authentic extra virgin olive oil often causes a noticeable peppery sensation or mild throat burn. This is not a flaw, but a common sensory trait associated with oleocanthal. If an oil tastes flat, Greasy and bland, it has likely lost freshness and some of its defining characteristics. While olive oil is a timeless classic, the modern kitchen has a new rising star: avocado oil. In recent years, avocado oil has become a popular choice for people looking for a plant-based oil suitable for high-heat cooking. But as its popularity grew, serious issues with quality and misleading labeling began to surface. In the year 2020, a shocking study from the University of California, Davis changed everything. Researchers tested 22 different brands of avocado oil sold in major supermarkets. The results were a wake-up call for the entire health industry. 82% of the samples were either completely rancid before their expiration date, or they were not avocado oil at all. Many bottles were found to be diluted with cheap soybean oil or safflower oil, even though the label claimed 100% pure. That means many consumers, without realizing it, are buying lower quality, oxidized oils that may place additional stress on the body, instead of delivering the benefits they expect. So, why is it worth finding the real product? It comes down to two massive biological advantages: extreme heat resistance and the nutrient catalyst effect. First, let us talk about extreme heat resistance. Most plant oils begin to smoke and oxidize at relatively low temperatures, creating reactive oxidation byproducts. Real avocado oil can have a smoke point of up to 520 degrees Fahrenheit. This stability means you can sear a steak or roast vegetables at high heat, without turning a healthy meal into a source of excessive oxidation. Second, there is the nutrient catalyst effect. Avocado oil is rich in monounsaturated fats that act like a biological key. When added to vegetables, it helps the body better absorb fat-soluble nutrients such as lutein and vitamins A, D, E, and K. Without enough dietary fat, these nutrients are absorbed far less efficiently. To make sure you are getting the real thing, here is a professional audit you can use while standing in the grocery store aisle to find a high-quality bottle of avocado oil. Step number 1, the light shield. Avocado oil is extremely sensitive to light. If you see it in a clear plastic or clear glass bottle, put it back immediately. Real, high-quality oil will always be protected in dark green or amber glass. This is the first line of defense against rancidity. Step number 2, decipher the label. Look for terms like expeller pressed or naturally refined. These indicate that the oil was extracted using mechanical pressure rather than chemical solvents such as hexane. If a label is vague and only says pure, that is a serious red flag. Step number 3, rely on proven integrity. Because the rate of mislabeling remains high, independent testing often highlights brands that have undergone laboratory evaluation. In several studies, avocado oils from Chosen Foods and Marianne's Harvest showed positive results. Some reviews have also noted Primal Kitchen for providing more transparent sourcing and processing information. Finally, once you have made your purchase, perform this home quality check. Step number 4. The home quality check. Once you open the bottle at home, do a quick smell and taste check. Extra virgin avocado oil typically has a deep green color and a mild grassy or buttery aroma. Refined avocado oil is usually pale yellow and nearly odorless. If it smells crayon-like, paint-like, or simply off, it is likely rancid and should be discarded. While the first two heroes of our list were plant-based, the third member of the Holy Trinity comes from a source that has been misunderstood for decades: ghee, or clarified butter. For a long time, we were told to avoid animal fats, but modern research is taking a fresh look at practices used by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Ghee is not just a cooking fat. It is a source of fatty acids and fat-soluble compounds that can support normal body functions. So, what exactly is ghee? It is butter that has been slowly simmered until the water evaporates and the milk solids, such as lactose and casein, separate and are removed. What remains is a pure golden fat that is shelf-stable and largely free of milk proteins. One of the main reasons ghee attracts attention is its content of two compounds, butyrate and vitamin K2. First, let us talk about butyrate. Ghee contains butyric acid, also known as butyrate. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation shows that butyrate plays an important role in the energy metabolism of intestinal cells. In scientific literature, it is studied in relation to maintaining a normal gut environment and related biological processes. Second, there is vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 is often described as an underappreciated nutrient in discussions of cardiovascular and bone health. Long-term observational research known as the Rotterdam Study, published in the Journal of Nutrition, found associations between higher vitamin K2 intake and markers of cardiovascular health, as well as bone density. Vitamin K2 plays a role in regulating how calcium is used in the body, supporting normal distribution of this mineral between bones and soft tissues. Ghee, particularly when made from grass-fed dairy, can serve as one dietary source of this vitamin. Additionally, ghee is a high-heat powerhouse. Because the milk solids are removed, ghee has a high smoke point, around 485 degrees Fahrenheit. This allows you to enjoy the flavor of butter during cooking, without rapid burning or excessive smoking. To get these benefits, here is your audit for finding the right jar. Step number 1. The grass-fed mandate. This is one of the key rules. Vitamins A, D, and K2 are generally found in higher amounts when cows are raised on grass. That is why many people look for labels such as 100% grass-fed or pasture-raised. Step number 2. The color of gold. Real high-quality ghee should have a deep yellow or golden color. This color comes from the beta-carotene in the grass. If ghee looks pale or whitish, It is a sign the cows were grain-fed, and the nutrient density is lower. Step number 3. Glass over plastic. Fats are sensitive to storage conditions and can absorb unwanted odors and flavors. That's why many people prefer ghee packaged in glass jars, which helps preserve its quality and taste from production to use. Step number 4. Texture check. High-quality ghee often has a slightly grainy or sandy texture. This is a natural result of the cooling process and a sign of a traditional, minimally processed product. When you use ghee in cooking, you are adding more than just calories. You are including a source of fats and fat-soluble compounds that play a role in normal gut and cardiovascular functions. You have invested time and money into finding high-quality oils, but the job does not end there. Even the most expensive liquid gold can quickly lose its qualities if it is not stored properly. Fats are biologically active, which means they are sensitive to their environment. There are 3 primary enemies that destroy the nutrients in your oil: light, heat, and oxygen. When these 3 factors act on oil, a process called oxidation begins. As a result, even a quality product gradually degrades, losing its properties and becoming rancid. This leads us to the golden rule of the kitchen: never store your oils next to the stove. I know it is convenient to keep olive oil within reach while cooking, but constant heat from the oven and stovetop gradually breaks down the polyphenols and antioxidants inside the bottle. Each cycle of heating and cooling reduces the freshness of the oil and its overall quality. The same applies to light. Even in a dark glass bottle, direct sunlight on your kitchen counter can penetrate the glass and damage the oil over time. Here is your storage protocol. Keep your holy trinity of fats in a cool, dark cupboard, away from any heat source. Make sure the lid is tightened immediately after use to prevent oxygen from entering the bottle. If you buy a large tin of olive oil to save money, pour a small amount into a dark glass bottle for daily use, and keep the main tin sealed in a cool place. By following proper storage guidelines, you help preserve the quality of the oil and the characteristics for which you bought it. Today we have covered a wide range, from food fraud scandals to the complex biochemical processes involved in brain function. But the message is simple. You no longer have to be a victim of the food industry. You now have the knowledge to choose your allies wisely. Remember the holy trinity of fats. First, extra virgin olive oil. It is a staple fat, often used in eating patterns associated with brain health. Use it cold, for salads and finishing dishes, to preserve heat-sensitive antioxidant compounds. Second, avocado oil. This is your high-heat hero. Use it for searing, roasting, and frying, to reduce excessive smoking and oil breakdown at high temperatures. And third, ghee. It is a source of fats and fat-soluble compounds that play a role in supporting normal gut processes and the absorption of vitamins such as vitamin K2. For many people, switching to these 3 fats is a practical step toward a healthier overall diet. It is a choice in favor of fats that hold up better during cooking and can support normal bodily processes when used regularly. If you found this guide helpful, please hit the like button and share it with someone you care about. Knowledge is only powerful when it is shared. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss future deep dives into nutrition and how to make more informed choices in today's complex food system. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.